Yeah, let's get it clean. Let's get it clean. Shout to Fonte. Daniel, what you got?
The disrespect for Killer Mike was crazy this past week.
Outrageous, purely outrageous.
Now I understand it was a different generation, but the ones that know, like the ones that know about Killer Mike, they know about Killer Mike. Yes. And as we can see, the ones that don't know about Killer Mike don't know about Killer Mike. So, and the ones that was. Yeah, the younger generation that don't know about Killer Mike, they was a little disrespectful, and I didn't appreciate that.
No little in it. They were disrespectful.
Extremely. Dee got up and said she was reading like comments on Facebook. They was like, this man think he Martin Luther King. I said, come on, man. See? Come on, man. Like, what is wrong with y'all, man? Like, if he does think he's Martin Luther King, how is that a bad thing? Like, why is that like? Younger generation don't want to hear shit, man.
Like, granted, he's not Chuck D. You know, I put that Chuck D is at the upper echelon or whatever.
KRS-One, Chuck D, yeah.
So he's not Chuck D, but it's just like young people literally to the point to where it said, oh, I don't want to hear nothing that he said. He's old head. He's talking politics. He's talking about, well, Killer Mike don't never say fuck the police or anything like that. He actually sports police. Sports law enforcement. But anytime you're just talking about nothing that pertains to you, I'm pretty much shouting out the clip that Daniel had shared or whatever with I still don't know how to pronounce the guy's name, Kai Sanat, whatever.
Yeah, you said it right.
Don't do that, Lance. Don't do that. Don't get us fucked up out here.
I was about to say I'll leave that for another time. But social media influencer who doesn't have any touch with the older head generation, which makes us look old now.
Yeah,
we've been old. Y'all just accept me. You know, I've been over. Y'all just stepping into it. There you go. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, there you go. Y'all hit
me. I got called OG at the barbershop the other day. I said, "Lord have mercy." I guess I am.
Want to slap motherfucker when they say that shit.
Exactly. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, go ahead, my man. Let's go ahead.
I get hit with a big dog a lot. What up, big dog? Like, come on, I'm a little guy, man. What the fuck y'all? What the fuck's that about,
come on, bro.
5'6", man.
I know what you're saying.
Keep going, man.
Yeah, just like literally, everybody wanted Travis Scott, even Drake or whatever. Everybody was feeling like they got robbed. Well, not even the artist got robbed, but the people who were speaking out about the Grammys feel like that he got robbed. But if you look at it, out of those albums, Michael was a great album.
Yes.
If you want to take it for what the Grammys are supposed to be, is that the best rap album out of all of those albums? I would say, yeah. It's one of the ones that I could listen to straight through and I enjoyed it.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, ain't nobody listening to no utopia down here, man.
Man, that's why I asked y'all in the group text. Like, even though I listen to Travis Scott, but I know his fan base. I'm in Walmart, and these young black people are not listening to Travis Scott and Playboy Cardi like that. So yeah,
no disrespect.
None at all. He has a reach, but and then I guess we keep it moving. But but that Killer Mike shit did bother me. Like, why are we just so fucking ignorant, man?
Yeah.
Like, why are we just ignorant to good things? That's what gets me. Like, why are you ignorant to a good thing?
And I had to tell a Travis Scott fan that I said, listen, the only album y'all should have got mad about getting robbed for a Grammy was Astro World. That should have got him a Grammy. That's the one. That's the one. And Utopia wasn't even as good as Astro World. So it's like, if we want to like go by the metrics of everything, I was like, that's the one you should have been mad about, not this one. You shouldn't have been mad about him not winning this one, because it wasn't to say Astro World's one he got screwed on.
Yeah.
And I did like Joe Budden's take. That's the reason why I posted it in the group chat.
That shit was funny.
That was one of the ones I kind of agree with him on that one, because he was like
talking about them doing that song they did, the Fiend.
Yeah. And then like I said, it was an older group that's the judge. It ain't the younger guys. So you went another level, and once you really get to that next level, then you can start saying that. So, but yeah, I kind of agree with what he said on.
His take was good. It's just the over the performing and all the other stuff. That was a little much for me. I always tell y'all, I've never watched my whole life seeing Joe Budden shit. I've never watched a full hour of that shit. I'm the clips and everything. So I'm just catching up with the performative art that he does. But his take was correct. But man, just that there's this total ignorance, and we just gotta do better, man. But these kids don't want to listen. But then I do understand these younger guys' perspective because sometimes the old heads trying to, just come at you too hard, pause, but just too much. So we just got to find a balance, like look at us, we're a complete, everybody's a different age range. Kenny and Ian, they're the younger guys, and we all get along. We make it work. We make it mesh.
Right.
But I was telling Wayman that. Shout out to him. I was like, bro, six guys, 6 black men on camera laughing and shit. When we ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere, man.
And I also agree with Killer Mike that his I think Ian, I got it from your page, I believe. He kind of talked about it where he invited Casanat to to listen to the album. He didn't even hit him with the, oh man, y'all young dudes don't know what y'all talk about. He invited him in like, hey, that's the generation he could kind of tap into too. Which Killer Mike made songs for the younger generation on that album too. You like said, if you was really listening, you would have heard that, like you said. But I agree with all of it. But like I said, I just didn't like the disrespect for Killer Mike.
And the Run the Jewels music, those are the more up-tempo beats and shit. Like I thought the kids would fuck with that, but it's just, man, we just so fucked this in hip hop, man. We just gotta find that balance, man. Like just find a way to find a balance. Like learn from the old people learn from the younger people, and the younger people just take the advice and the things we have to give. But I guess it's all how you give the knowledge, and because I know how that game goes. I've learned how to try to speak to younger people because Vince Staples said it. He said young people today grow up in a research facility. And you think about that. So what happens a lot of times I find is these kids today, they have a lot of information but no life behind it. And so that's what always bothers me. Like you've been on this phone, you've been looking up everything, so you think you know shit, but there's no podcast, there's no book or anything that can teach you about just people in general as you come across them. So it can give you personality types or something, but it's just that life experience. And I think that's where we kind of find. I think that's where the old heads got to help the younger niggas, but we just got to find a way to say it to them because these young niggas are a little emotional and a little everywhere with it because no black dads and things around. So man, that's what it is, man. Come on, man. I know.
All I can say about this is if you look up the last few years of the hip hop artists, they've been winning the Grammys. They
older artists.
Yeah.
I got
so I mean,
well, I guess, just think about that off that what you said. I think, the Grammys was once for an older white crowd, but, they probably done died off a little bit now. So now they got to tap into the 35 and up type crowd, the hip hop, who will now, we'll look at it, because, they got to find somebody to pander to a degree.
Well, the thing about the Grammys is that the selection committee for the Grammys are not really young people. It's always going to be older. I want to say white, but just an older demographic that is part of the selection committee. Basically the ones who are, I guess, you remember the whole situation way back in the day with Clive Davis and, Arista Records. And then, of course, he started the J Records because whatever little situation he had with members of the Grammy committee and all that. So it's always an older demographic, even though we're older. So probably members of the Grammy committee are, while they were 20 years ago, the younger folks, now they're in their 50s and 60s. So they're still in that selection committee. So they literally looked at it to whereas what is the best hip hop album? And out of that category, you can basically make the argument that Michael was the best hip hop album, performance and song or whatever. But at the same time, it's always going to be like you're not going to have a 20-year-old on the Grammy selection committee. So,
right.
So there's no the life. There's no life experience behind it. They're just going to pick what's hot.
Yeah,
so,
case in point, I guess if you want to transition, if we can stay on the Grammys or whatever, of course, with what Jay-Z did.
Oh,
if you want to transition to that, basically stay on topic. He won the Dr. Dre, what is it, Global Impact Award? That's what it is. Which basically, I say that's just basically an honorary Grammy, to where we were never going to give you a Grammy in the first place.
Okay.
I'm sure Hov got some. I don't know if he's got any Grammy awards or not, but for years he would. Because in the. I don't want to say in his prime, but really in his heyday, he wasn't even coming to the Grammys. And
he boycotted.
He boycotted the Grammys. So I just look at it that way. But of course, with him coming in and speaking on saying that Beyonce, with having all those, all those Grammy wins and all those Grammy nominations throughout the years, she's never been able to win Album of the Year. And that's supposed to be, that's like the best picture category for the Grammys. So she's got a bunch of Grammys, but she's never won Album of the Year. Case in point, Taylor Swift won Album of the Year this time, and this is her fourth.
Wow.
So Hov has a point. He didn't want to throw the racism thing out there, but it's like, would that really validate Beyonce by winning an Album of the Year Grammy? Because there's a whole lot of artists that have never really won Album of the Year. They have Grammys. They're regarded as like some of the greatest artists of all time. Rolling Stones have never won Album of the Year. I can't think off the top of my head. That's the one that comes to my mind for sure. And they're one of the greatest rock bands ever. But it's plenty of great artists that you can put as one of the all-time greats, but they never won Album of the Year. So Hov was just basically trying to say that if you go by the metrics and the numbers, it don't add up. But I don't think she really needs that Album of the Year to validate her status as one of the greats. It'll be nice, but I guess he was just going out there to try to stick up for it. But it was like, you know how the Grammy selection committee goes.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about already. You know how that goes.
See, I can understand both sides of that, because I guess for the artists, I guess it's almost like their Super Bowl. That's that crowning achievement.
Yeah.
Just that. But like you're saying, but I guess, and well, sticking with that, I guess it's the crown achievement, and I guess it helps solidify you in history.
Stamp of approval, yeah.
Because a lot of people, I don't give a fuck if you got a Grammy or not. Nigga, if your music's good, I fuck with it. If it's not, it's trash. But that's how I look at it. But some people do lead the argument when you talk about artists with awards, and it's not the art itself. Like West Side Gun say, I put the art first before everything. But some people look at the accolades first, and I think that's where that construct, that bullshit that may interfere with one another. But I guess it comes down to the fan and the listener. But I guess if you are that high up, like Beyonce and Hov level, I guess you do want that Grammy just for some ego shit, I would guess. Some like Lonzo, think we just kept doing it and we got that far and we just done won, but they keep fucking us on that shit. One of us would have went crazy by that time, I'm sure. One of us would have said something about, hey, y'all fucking city council over why we didn't win a Grammy. So
I mean, it's not really a question on who would say something about that. We all know the answer to this.
Who is that?
Kanye.
Who say something?
Well, I mean, we don't have to really do the research to know that who will find a problem with the fact that we have all these nominations and wins, but we can't get the top prize. I think we all know in the group who would want to say something about that.
Yeah. I don't know why you're doing Antoine like that. He's not going to speak for himself. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up doing Antoine like that. Just saw that guy tonight. It's fucked up, man.
It's based on perception, I assume.
There you go. Anyway, there we go. But yeah, the Grammys, it is what it is. I don't for me, I think pretty much everybody here. Do y'all even care who win these awards when you listen to artists? Like, it's just good music or bad music, right? Like what you like or don't like.
I do prefer the ones who win certain awards. So like usually I always keep it with the hip hop categories usually. And then if a rap album is in like Album of the Year, I always want them to win it. If they're in the Album of the Year, we'll always kind of want them to root for the hip hop brand, in general. So that's kind of how I do it.
What I do check the Grammys for is yes, you want to see who won Album of the Year, Record of the Year, but I mainly check for the performances because those are those big time collaborations that, like, I know Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga would get together. Genre crossing performances. One year Eminem and Elton John performed. That was funny.
Yeah,
because of that whole situation, that whole controversy. But like, for instance, this year, probably the scene stealing, like the moment of the Grammys was, of course, Tracy Chapman performing after all these years, and she performed in Luke Bryan because he redid her song "Fast Car." And I think that won. I'm not sure if that won Best Country Song or whatever, but I think she got a Grammy as a country songwriter, one of the first African Americans to win that.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been the Grammys or the CMAs, one or the other. But she performed with Luke Bryan, and it was truly a scene stealing moment because she still sounded the exact same that she did all those years ago. Like she killed it. Like Luke Bryan himself, who's one of the biggest country artists out there right now, he was in awe just to be on stage with her. And she was gracious. So if you check it out, just look at Google it, look it up. Tracy Chapman 2024 Grammy performance. She crushed it.
Okay.
So that's pretty much, besides Killer Mike, that pretty much was like the moment of the night for me.
Okay, so it's okay, and then the Jay-Z drinking out the Grammy shit. That's the top three. Oh, I guess Killer Mike getting arrested as well.
Killer Mike. A citizen's arrest, by the way. Citizen's arrest.
Yeah, I saw a video. It was like T.I. and they was like Killer Mike. They was all laughing about it or whatever. So that's the most West Side Atlanta shit you could do.
Mm-hmm. T.I. said that's my job. Yeah, that's the story.
Yeah.
Oh, PSC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Killer Mike, man. That like Daniel said, that disrespect was fucked up. Shout out to Jay-Z. He got a little nervous up there, like he said. That was weird to see Blue Ivy up there. I thought that was Beyonce at first. When I looked at it, I was like, why is Beyonce dressed like a child? No, that's a kid.
Oh, shit, it's Blue Ivy.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, that was a little, a little weird, but it's just good to see Jay-Z and Kanye and them, with their kids and things of that nature, just being dads,
The internet undefeated though.
Yeah.
They saying now if Kanye would have went up there and said, they said how y'all know when he did that rant, what it was, the 09 MTV award, right?
Yeah, when he the 2009 VMAs.
Had the Hennessy bottle. They said this what happened when you drank Douce.
So smooth. So smooth. Dion, can you attest to that? Dion, that Hennessy and Douce, can you attest to that? Is a difference? It's a difference in the two there, Dion?
Yeah, Douce is smoother.
Yeah. All right, for sure.
Just making sure you hear Dion. Just make sure you
Speaking of Kanye, the album with Ty Dolla $ign came out.
You have anybody listen to it? Anybody?
I skimmed through it.
I haven't got through my second listen. I got halfway through the first listen.
So did it drop on Apple first? Because it just popped on Spotify today.
It came out earlier. Yeah, it came out a little bit earlier today, probably right before lunchtime, I believe.
Yeah, I saw it on Apple, and then I was waiting for it to load up on Spotify. So I guess it's on there now. Once I got to work and everything. So
yeah, I haven't listened to it, but
I tap in.
Kels hit me up earlier, told me it was out. I checked Spotify again, it was on there. I said I played a song or two. I was like, no, I'm not even in the headspace for this. So I'll come back to Kanye stuff in the morning, because it's not gonna be drug dealing, Jesse. It's not.
It ain't those days.
It's not gonna be that. I can't turn on to feel good. I gotta, dig for Donda. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to here? But it resonates with me now. You got to give it a moment. Donda's album that grew on me. Kendrick last album, I didn't start listening to that till a few months ago, but. Kanye, it's just going to come from a different space, a different place. And I'll listen to it in the morning when I got some.
Yeah. He kept the song he kept together. I know he kept the song with North rapping. He kept that on there. Everybody, the one with Backstreet Boys, I guess, sample. That was the one that didn't, I guess he couldn't get it cleared or he's still trying to rework it to try to, I guess, put it on the next either volume 2 or volume 3 because he's got a whole little rollout. And I guess right, it was gonna come up before Super Bowl. Remember a couple episodes I said right around Super Bowl. That was my guess. Even though it was up for like a little bit, then they took it back off, then they put it back up. So I was like, oh, here we go with all of that. And I do like my halfway through it. I didn't get all the way through it, but I did like Back to Me. That's probably my favorite song. That's the one with Freddie Gibbs, with y'all boy Freddie Gibbs on. That's probably the one I like the most so far. But like I said, I only got like maybe through the first like 8 songs, and then I got to finish the rest at another time. So, I'm shout out to Ye.
Yeah, we'll have a 4 review on it next week, I suppose. I think everybody has some time to listen to it and digest it and give what they think. Because like I said, I played them first handful of songs. Like, now I got to come back to this. We're gonna table this. So we'll see. I'm happy. I'm just happy the shit made the fucking internet, man. I'm happy it's just out.
Right, because usually he would have said it wasn't coming out or kept leaking these teasers and all of this.
Just doing all that Kanye stuff, man. So, there's the covers. That's him with the Jason Mass and his wife. That's the cover. All right, then Kanye, do it, man.
I've seen TMZ video. They pulled up on the dude that Jason Mass. He was like, Kanye could have did better. He was like, man, I could make you one. He said, I can get you one. Yeah. I was like, that's dope as hell, though.
Oh, that's tight. That's tight, really.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So shout out to Kanye, man. Him and Jay-Z, they doing shit. Odd timing.
It's only February, bro. Man. So much shit has been going on.
Yeah, and with Black History in mind, like I said, that who transitioned to the Monique on Club Shay Shay. Anybody watch that? Anybody?
I watched it today.
Okay. All right.
I watched it today. I got a good bit of it. I watched it when I was at the job. So yeah.
What you take from Alonzo? What you got?
The one thing I would say is that Monique, a lot of times, basically, I believe pretty much everything that she says because a lot of the stuff that she says is true. She don't lie. She don't really try to fabricate and stretch the truth with anything. Like, Kat, you could tell that pretty much was a routine that he came in. That was a routine. Monique was there to speak her truth. The whole situation with Oprah, Lee Daniels, and all that. There's been whispers in the wind about Oprah for years with the way, I guess backstage politics and everything. How she gets down. Exactly. So
how she get down.
So there's that. So basically, like I said, it was just like Shay being Shay on there. I was laughing about that.
You trying to save face, man. You're like, hey, don't fuck my face card up out here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get these guests.
Yeah, and of course, Modi tried to tap in and say, call Oprah, get her, get Oprah on here to tell her side, and of course, Shannon Sharp doing his thing. Oprah, you're extended an invitation to come on. He trying to get serious. Like,
might as well. Hey, miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Boy.
Yeah, you heard about that? Oprah ain't coming that shit.
Yeah,
man. No,
she touched on the Netflix situation and everything. That was basically a rehash. We all know that where Netflix offered her. I can't remember how much money they offered her for a Netflix special. Yeah, and she turned it down because Amy Schumer, who was the hot comedian at that time, was making like quadruple that for her special.
You know what she do?
Who?
Steal them goddamn.
Yeah, she got exposed.
She got outed. Okay.
Yeah, she got exposed. That's why she's not on top anymore. But she touched on that. She touched on
Tyler Perry.
She talked about Tyler Perry. He's another one. I think pretty much been saying he's been on thin ice for a while now.
Watch the episode of Atlanta. Watch the episode of Atlanta and Boondocks. Just watch the episode of Boondocks in Atlanta.
Shout out to Winston Jerome.
It's like, man,
if you know, you know.
Really happening? It's like, it's like you see and you like, this is over exaggeration. But
no, bro. My mind was made up back then because the episode got banned.
Yep, that's how you knew. Yep, you knew it was bad. Yep, they had to be some truth there to get it banned.
Yeah. Pulled the plug on that. He denied it, but the episode got banned.
Yeah, the Boondocks said that one. I was like, okay, I could. But the Atlanta episode, I'm talking over the intercom and interfering with the shows and moving people around. Like, if that's really happening, oh man,
that's
doing some shit like that. Like, yeah, man, that shit is too much for me. Like, no, move this person there. Like, man, that shit wild, man. Like, Donald Glover, man, shout out that guy, man. Candyland, that shit's really going on, man.
Candyland. The people in Hollywood know. It's known to Hollywood that we don't know. It's just a few people that would try to put that info out there. But
yeah, that's scary, man. Would y'all make it work under them type circumstances, man? Like
Candyland,
man, that shit. Oh man, that is weird, man. That is weird. This nigga just talking to me over a fucking microphone, an intercom. Like, nigga, I want to see you, motherfucker. Like that shit. Then the hot grits and shit, grit. Like, man, that. Oh boy.
She touched on some financial stuff and everything with the Parkers and some business dealings with her and Tyler Perry and everything. So it was a good interview. I'll go back and watch it again when I can sit down and actually tune in. But when a few times I was able to watch it and listen to it. She was talking about some real stuff, but she normally keeps it real though. And nobody's disputed what she said.
D.L. Hughley.
It's the only one. That's the only one. He said that he didn't say that, but at that point, when I look at situations like that, it's he said, she said at that point. Until somebody else validates one of the parties.
It's getting a little out of control, man. Black History Month, man. We got man. We just tearing each other, just doing the most, man. I was listening to Ricky Smiley. He was saying that. It seems like whoever can articulate themselves the best, that's the person that's right. I'm like, Ricky Smiley, get the fuck out of here, man. Like,
come on, Ricky Smiley.
Come on, man. Ricky Smiley, get out of here, man. It's hard not to believe that gatekeeping shit ain't true. It's hard not to believe some shit like that's not happening to a degree. Because Kevin Hart is every fucking where, man. Like, good God. The guy's everywhere. And I was talking to Dee and her friend that was here, and I was asking about this black comedians. I was like, what y'all think about Kevin Hart? They was like, no, he think he white now. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he crossed over. Yep, wow. That crossover funny.
That's what they say when you cross over, though.
That's real, though. That's real.
That's it.
God damn.
So that's that. It's just an opening of the month, man. And
So when you
young
get
kids do
successful,
better.
you think you white, okay?
Oh no.
Hey man, Kevin Hart's everywhere though.
That's been since the beginning of time, man.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
You gonna get so high.
Shout
man.
out, shout out to Catcher Freeman.
There you go. Look at that. There
Well,
you
all
go.
right, since y'all brought that up off the fly, anybody got a top 3 or top 5 crossover funny from crossing over to the majority of the white audience from a black
You
You talking about the full
Comedian.
spectrum? Oh, comedian.
Yeah, full spectrum.
Comedians.
The comedian, yep.
Damn, Daniel.
Chris Rock.
Who you said, Dion?
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock did it.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those the top 2 to me.
I got to throw Kevin Hart in there. I got to throw Kevin Hart because he crossed
Now you know
over.
what? Now you know I always ask questions. So the degree of crossing over, I would say Dave Chappelle. I wouldn't say he necessarily crossed over because when it was time for him to cross over, he turned the money down.
True.
Nah, black comedians say he catered for white people.
Like, yeah.
His comedy is for white folks.
Dee Friend, she said that last night. She was like, seemed like he make comedy for white people. And I was like, okay.
Would that be hate?
Yes, it's all that hate.
That'd be
I
more
got
along the
a name.
lines.
I got a name. Eddie Murphy.
That's what I was just about to say. I was just about to say Eddie
I
Murphy.
just got a name. I just want to see. I just want to see.
No, I can validate this. I was going to say Eddie Murphy right before you said that, Daniel. He was on my mind because the thing is, he stopped doing stand up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, good call.
I think we got to keep that in like somebody who kept doing stand up the whole time,
right?
Like, and then you see their shit change. So like that's what Kevin Hart would make
good
sense.
Call.
Yeah. But like I said, Eddie Murphy, he had quit, being that, Eddie Murphy raw and
once he truly crossed over, and then he never really, I would say, crossed over the white audience because he was still doing black movies all through the 90s.
Right.
It just once he got into Shrek.
Okay.
And then white people loved Eddie Murphy before because he was on Saturday Night Live. You truly, now to be honest with you, when you get on Saturday Night Live and you make it, that's kind of when.
That's what I was about to say. Does that count? That's what I was thinking of. And then his, stand-ups got, real popular. So that's what. And then he crossed into the movie world. So that's why I was going to say, where does he fall in the spectrum of it?
You get started crossing over if you get on Saturday Night Live already.
Yeah. So I think it's just if you stay like just strictly staying stand up and going from there. Who else would? Oh man,
it's Kevin Hart.
Oh man,
I guess talk about black comedians. That's a really narrow field.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, give it 3 to maybe 5. If we could make
it may not be that many. Any females that did that? Not really. No, hell no. They don't allow that at all. Hell no. Oh man,
Leslie Jones was up for a minute and then
he knocked her off that pedestal quick. Yeah.
She was up. Tiffany Haddish, and then you know what happened with that.
Yeah, man.
That problematic situation.
Yeah. All that there. Yeah, Daniel, I'm gonna have to think about that. We're gonna
come back to that one. Yeah,
next week. We're gonna bring that back next week. We gotta think about that. I think we gotta find some criteria and things to
you know me. That's the first thing I start thinking about. I can't help it.
Yeah. You know what? One thing funny is how there aren't any like real stand-up comedians. Everybody do skits and things, and they go from these skits into doing comedy. It don't translate.
It's hard to make that jump. Yeah.
You got a few true stand-up comedians out there. Like for instance, I always shout out Ryan Davis.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one. He's the one out there that's really doing it. They knew him from just dudes speaking on Odell Beckham on World Star when he used to post those videos. But he's actually a true stand-up comedian that's about that craft.
You right.
Yeah, he underrated.
Yeah, he might be about the Ryan Davis. His shit. I'll say he about doing Netflix, but no, Ryan Davis, they ain't gonna give him that nigga. No,
he was on Curb for a minute. Yeah, he did make it a Curb. Episodes. Yeah, he got on there. But yeah, Ryan Davis, he's one that's out there really doing it though.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about these guys doing skits. They don't I ain't gonna say like Country Wayne. This shit ain't bad, but it just don't translate over for whatever reason. I can't even figure it out just watching the skits and then watching the the stand up. I don't know I wonder what's it's like being a battle rapper going to try and do like real music, like get in the studio. It's like that type shit. It's something that don't transfer over. But I was just noticing that there's the lack of stand up comedians, because most of them are just older, you know, like they're the older comedians, and there's not many young. But Ryan Davis about around our age, ain't he? Give or take, I'd say.
He's my age, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have a lot of people on Chocolate Sundays. I'm gonna take that back. But but that's about as far as
they're underground.
Underground, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you can't do comedy because you get fucking canceled, really and truly. You know, you can't say nothing no more.
You've really got to tip that thin line or whatever, and be real clever with it now. And then of course you got a lot of white comedians out there that's still doing it. See, that's what's really getting it right. That's what's really getting it right now. You don't really have too many black comedians. Like I said, the only one I brought up was Ryan Davis. A lot of them on Chocolate Sundays, as you said. But if you go on Netflix and you're just going to comedy, you could spend like your whole time on Netflix just scrolling through, because there's so many other people doing comedy. But it's kind of like with the cancel culture, you're not necessarily afraid of what you can say. You just have to be mindful of what you're gonna say.
That's it. There we go. All right. What else we got? Daniel sent me some shit this week. Said that Freak Nick shit gonna be released at
it's coming.
It's
coming on Hulu. On Hulu, yeah.
I forgot about
Black
that.
people, man. We don't need to show like, man, it's a Trump year, man.
I'm sorry.
Ian, come on,
Man, it was a time, man.
It's about to be some mamas being exposed, boys.
It's an election year, man. These white folks already getting their fucking steam, getting ready to power up, and we gonna drop Freak Nick in their lap, man. Like, no, man. No, don't give them no more ammunition, man.
The year of truth, baby. Everything getting exposed.
But we don't let the white people go first.
Yeah.
You know,
look, Joe, the white folks got theirs coming too, because they about to release that the 90s Nickelodeon stuff. They about to release that documentary too, and talk about all that stuff behind the snes of what Dan.
Pedophilia and shit, man. You know, we can do it forever.
That's like that's more on the celebrity line. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Wait a minute. Somebody on the city council or whatever, and everything, and then now he done got exposed on Hulu. It's among everyday black people that are getting exposed, not celebrities.
That's true.
Well.
Like, man, no. No.
He's
I'm all for it. I hate to say it.
With not an election year, that's all I say. Just not this election year, man. No.
I'm all for it to point the finger and laugh. I was like, you ain't think that goddamn shit was gonna catch up on your ass,
this shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I just hope they did actually go looking for like old footage, like I wonder who even turned in, like, hey, I still got old clips. You can use
man. Daniel, that's very easy. All you gotta do is have the pockets, and everybody will be very willing to call that shit.
Hey, man, how they was able to keep it digitized, I applaud them for being able to keep that junk digitized, because I know all that was on VHS things. I know for a fact.
Yes.
And if they were still able to digitize that stuff, more power to them, boy. Goodness.
Oh man, I guess.
Technology to do it now. If the VHS still works, you can transfer it and digitize.
That's true. That's why I said, yep.
As long as the tape is still in working function.
Yep.
Yeah, like Daniel said, I wonder how much you got paid to give up that footage to come up off that.
I'm not trying to paint my people in the bad light, but not much.
Yeah, you're right. Like,
not much.
I want ownership in this shit. That's what you want right there. I want 2% in that. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but not too many of our brethren are going to be thinking that.
Yeah. I'm gonna take $200,000 and a new Mercedes. And,
a lot of people, grandma was popping that pee, man.
Oh yes, it's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be a lot of that out there, man.
That's a great grandma.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't. I know,
you say all for it.
Just do it next year. That's all I ask. Because like that, there's a lady by Kenny House. She's added a new banner out there. I'm like, man, I gotta get a picture of that shit somehow, man. But she's added a new banner out there to say what's Trump's new shit? Mate, shit, I forgot. It's a new slogan of that. I don't know if she came up with it, but I'll try to remember it. But it's just not this year. That's all I say.
Surprised he ain't gone full Timmy and said take our country back.
Yeah, no, it don't say that. It don't say full Timmy. It don't say that, but it's not Make America Great Again, but it says something of that ilk. But no, it is what it is. What else we got, y'all? What else we got, man? We
Red had her baby.
Oh, good for her. Congratulations.
What?
That's all I got.
Then she ended up goddamn making another video.
Mm-hmm.
After that, she was what? Turkey?
She back? She coming back?
Yeah, but she snapped back fast.
Wait a minute.
She snapped back fast.
You trying to do the math?
She ain't been famous 9 months. Has she been in her face for 9 months?
Vinegar bath.
She ain't been in your face, but she been out. Yeah.
Okay, good point, Dion. Thank you, Dion. Like, she's been out, man. Like, I'm talking about, like, fuck it. Congratulations to her, man. How many more kids? That's like her third, fourth kid, some shit like that, man. Congratulations. I'm not gonna go into that. I just, been talking against the Black History shit, and she's making Black history, literally. That's all I ask.
Lotto dropped a diss track for Ice Spice.
No, you get like, what was your take on it?
Did she flip the words or whatever? Like flip the title of it?
I don't know, but I didn't really like it.
No,
I thought she was gonna come with it. She ain't really.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
that's disappointing.
It was something real light. It was real light.
Yeah, sometimes you do that. You just, Dion, this ain't.
Maybe that was the jab just to get out and come out.
That's
she
it.
Gonna hit her with the haymaker
left hook. Yeah, with the left hook. Yep.
Yeah, this ain't takeover in ether, man. These kids, as we know, they don't even know what that means. They don't even know what that means.
That's so
they
fucking
don't know
sad.
what ether is. Think about it.
Take over.
No, I'm just saying, woman, that was haymakers, bro. Them niggas was coming with it. So, like I said, Dion said with the jab, but that's what Dion said they didn't come with it because that's what we know. Hit them up. That's the shit we know. No Vaseline. Like, come on, man. Like, we grew up on real diss records. This shit here is, it's
Instagram videos. That's what it is. That's what they put it all into.
Yeah.
They go to live and put it out there, and then they just record a song.
Let me go. So it's the game to change, but these kids don't know the histrionics behind all this, so they don't. Yeah, they don't know how to actually make her come out there and blat out.
That shit on wax.
Yeah, but whoever come out first, that's who got the upper hand, man. You gotta carpet bomb that shit, man. Blow these motherfuckers away, man.
We talking about Ice Spice here, right?
Hey, man, I'm trying.
I'm trying.
Man.
I'm trying.
This is what it came to, man.
Ice Spice and Lotto.
I did hear Lotto say it on what was it, Wallow them and Gilly's podcast. Mm-hmm. She said that I have been part of a rap competition show before, so if we really want to go there, I can really go there. So I was like, oh yeah, she played on her old TV show, so
you got to call the writers up. That's what that means.
Oh,
that's what that means. You got to call the people.
Oh, the other thing I had on hip hop was, did y'all see about basically the dude Smack from the battle rap? They basically done washed up the money in battle rap scene. There's no more money basically to be made.
Oh, really?
He kind of talked about that. Yeah, he was like, the battle rap guys want too much to come do a battle.
They want
and
30, 40, 50,000 for battle rap.
They want show money.
Yeah, they want show
exactly
money.
That is show money, bro.
The money ain't adding up, and even if you were to do that, you don't even make enough money for the venue, and they bring all their guys, and then the money don't add up. You don't get the fair portion if you put it on YouTube, and if you try to put it on Patreon or something like that, you don't get your full money back. So I just saw something that was pretty interesting on that. I was like, oh dang, that sounds about right, because it was only how much, you're only gonna have a few years of it where it was gonna ride high, and it was gonna hit the plateau, and then
N1. Yeah, same type peaks and valleys of it. But like hey, Kanye, the vultures, it's time to get all the people who aren't here for the art, get the fuck away. That's it. That's it. That's all 50 Cent. He said that like these kids now, it's shit. I lost myself. Talking about kids, they just rap. They just start rapping. They don't have nothing to really rap about. They just see it's the cool thing to do instead of actually being there to like, hey, I actually care about rapping and the art of rapping. They just rap because that's the thing to do. That's why the music sounds so copy and paste.
Yeah, the actual knowing the history of it and stuff.
One of the other guys said that I think it was whether the comments or I heard somebody else say it. It was basically like they applaud the Wild 'N Out guys that found a way to branch off, like Conceited and what's the other Charlie Clips and those guys. They found a way to branch off and make their money outside of. He said a lot of those guys, they didn't figure out the way to build off of their platform that they kind of had, and they just trying to solely eat off of that. But you asking for too much. You're asking for too much where they can't afford to give it to you. So.
Damn.
It was just wild. It was interesting seeing that. Yeah.
It had its run. The battle rap scene, I suppose, it's had its, it got mainstream. Had a blind man on BT rapping, so it's run, man.
Hey, man, shout out to Blind Fury, man.
That dude can rap. It's another white kid be rapping now. He be battling a lot. I don't know his name.
It was the one that was. I only know the one that be with Pat Bev on his podcast. That's the only one I know. And I can't think of his name. I know his face, but I can't think of his name.
I can't think of that white dude name, but he's pretty good. He's like, he's pretty nice as a battle rapper because he's a white kid, and he keeps it. It's more funny punchlines and things.
I know it's what you talk. I think I seen your video before. Yeah.
Then he can do the gun stuff, and then he'll flip out of it. He's pretty decent. But yeah,
I'm about to say, would you say the heyday of battle rap would have been during 106 Apart Freestyle Fridays?
No, that was. I think not when the heyday, but that's when white people say we can put some money into this. That's when we can make some out of this.
That's when it was his most exposed because people were tuning in there like every Friday, basically.
True.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what I was getting at.
Yeah, I think that's when it started gaining its traction for a mainstream appeal because, like I said, white people we put some money in there and make some out of this.
When Jen was winning,
yeah, Jen,
Poster Boy.
Yeah, Poster Boy, Jen got a track.
Damn,
Kanye go hard. Poster Boy got a track.
Poster Boy.
That go hard, man.
Yeah, funny was when the Jermaine the dude.
J Mills on there, wasn't he?
That's your boy.
That's oh no,
man, they did J Mills wrong, man. J Mills, man, they did my boy wrong, man. Nigga should never sign a Young Money or Cash Money. Fuck that way, she never did that, man. She just kept rapping on the mixtapes and shit, man. I used to love them J Mills freestyles and shit, man. Golly, he needs to start rapping over Southern beats, Lil Jon shits, man.
He tried to catch waves, just wasn't the right time, though. Just wasn't the right time.
Yeah. Talking about not right time, little brother. They was on the Breakfast Club. That was tight. Yeah, I can see Charlamagne got some hip hop in him. I can see that. He really, sometimes I'll be questioning Charlamagne's integrity of how he moves. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Y'all well.
Me and Charlamagne, we are together in another life. So Jonas is not allowed to talk about him on the kind of level.
Like I say, y'all wear the same amount of makeup.
You said we wear the same amount of makeup.
she hit it like her.
Exactly.
I'll say it. But but I saw some hip hop in them. But that little brother interview, that was nice. It's good to see that Fonte and Big Pooh finally they got some interview training because Fonte used to just dominate interviews, but now Big Pooh talks a lot. So it's just good to see them.
Back in the day, like, does Big Pooh speak?
Yeah, he just be there. But just good to see that they getting that run, that push. Some positive shit in Black History Month, man. Some positive shit.
It's been eventful.
Yeah, what else we got, man? What else we got? Well, I'm just going through random notes. Man, we did start really early. Jalen Rose said Eric Bieniemy is becoming the NFL version of Mark Jackson. I said, damn.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that clip.
But you know what I thought? I think Eric Bieniemy is smarter than what he put on. That man ain't finna take no bullshit job, but he gonna get ran off. Like,
that's one.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think he just sitting there like, he knows better. Said like if I'm coming from the guy who was coaching Pat Mahomes, and then say he would have went to Carolina and then you question him, but it's not him. It's the ownership and everything else. That's the problem. But you're gonna blame him
on that bull. Yeah, he ain't falling under that bull.
Like bro, I gotta go to the right place so I know I can get me a dub. So I ain't taking on these bullshit jobs just to take one.
Well, he went to the commies because they paid him good money.
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much was willing to pay him that money. And Ron Rivera was fair. Ron Rivera's going to do Ron Rivera shit. When you go there, Ron Rivera get fired before anybody. So hey, I hang out here. Cool. That man is smart what he put on, man. Yeah, and the only problem was Daniel Snyder they got Daniel Snyder to fuck up out of there.
So
Ron Rivera knew he was a sitting duck, and Bieniemy knew too, but they paid him his money.
That's it.
There's that. But Bieniemy, I think he's still keeping his eyes locked in on the Chiefs.
You think coming back when Andy Reid done?
When he retires, yeah, or he might, and then say if Andy Reid wants to run it back again, then he'll jump right back in there as offensive coordinator for the Chiefs.
See,
he'll come right back.
Yeah, see, that's getting your pride and ego out of there, man. Like,
Yeah,
I can't make any of these bums better.
Then the other thing about being enemy too, they're not even using the whole process, the whole narrative that he doesn't interview well for the job and anything like that. I think that's all a facade. But at the same time, now they're trying to put out this narrative that he doesn't connect to the players.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing is that he holds his players accountable.
Yeah, that tough love coaching.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's the type of coach. He's not a militaristic type of coach like Belichick. He's just one that's going to get in your face and hold you accountable. Like, case in point, the enemy left the Chiefs. Look at all them drop passes they had this year.
Ooh.
You think the enemy is going to let that shit slide? No.
Yeah, just accountability, fundamentals.
Yeah. See, once that narrative came out in Washington that the players weren't connected to him because he's a little tough on the players. And as like I said, you connect the dots. Look at the Chiefs right now. And he gets punched by Mahomes.
Yep. And when we talk about generations, when we talk about the music, it's the same generation with the athletes. These jokers don't.
Absolutely.
You can't tell them jokers nothing. As you can see in college sports, they run to the portal. It's the same NFL. They tune you out. You see it in the NBA. They tune you out. They just this generation athletes is just different. They don't want to be coached.
Yeah, the last of the old school coach that will be able to connect to the players is going to be Mike Tomlin. And because he's the last of the coaches, Coach Belichick, that ain't gonna fly no more.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've got your Sean McVays, your Mike McDaniels, those type of D'Amico Ryans. Even though shout out to D'Amico Ryans rooting for him, but those are the type of coaches that you're gonna see coming into the league now. Tomlin was like that when he first got in the league. He was that new breed.
I think you're just gonna need more just ex-players, just former players who younger, like the Antonio Pierce, like that situation, like that, him and D'Amico Ryans as well. I think they can, because they know they can speak directly to the athlete. But Eric Bieniemy played too, so what the fuck I'm talking about?
Nah, all these coaches played.
Yeah,
even the older coaches, yeah.
But I don't know. I guess a defensive-minded person, they gonna be more in your. I don't know. They just accountability. These young kids are just different.
I started reading up on stuff, and when that stuff started coming out, when he's up there with the commies, I was like, oh, he's holding his players accountable.
And that's what the kids want to do. What they want to do. God damn it, man, we're fucked. What else we got? Dion, you got anything?
No, not really.
Okay,
not really.
All right. Anybody got?
I was saying, the Super Bowl is tomorrow.
The NFL gonna win. That's all I got. NFL wins.
So who's gonna win the game? Who's gonna actually win the game outside of the NFL?
I guess Chiefs.
Yeah, I take Chiefs for the fuck up. I think I said that last week. Chiefs.
Yeah, I said that last week. I'm not betting against Mahomes no more.
Yeah,
it's not a blowout.
No, I ain't gonna do that, Dion. Fuck up the gambling.
Could have expanded on it. Could expand on this or whatever. Drake did place his bet on who he believes will win.
Oh man!
And of course, I didn't get the dollar amount. I forgot what it was, but he did put his money on the Chiefs.
Okay.
So now we got the Drake curse versus Taylor. Ooh, we gonna see what our powers.
That's what I'm saying. Now everybody's happy with Drake placing his bet on the Chiefs now. It's all to stop.
That Drake curse real. I'll just let it know. That Drake curse is real.
Very real. The curse literally just stopped being a curse recently. I think one of the UFC fights that fighter actually won, but the Drake curse does exist.
Yes. Especially when he wear your gear. When he wear your gear, that's when it's in full effect.
That's when
he don't have no Chiefs gear on. Then we might stand a chance. But if he had it on,
yeah.
Ooh, Chiefs might be in trouble because
when he had it with Duke Daniel warming up and
Kentucky.
No, that was Kentucky.
They're ass now, right? They ain't hit no shit no more.
That was Kentucky.
Georgia, he had on the Georgia t-shirt recently before the national championship.
He did Georgia this year, and then before he did Alabama one year.
Mm-hmm. So that's why the Raptors can't do shit. That's why. Yeah, I get it now, Drake. You didn't curse. All right.
Damn, what kind of NBA takes?
Yeah, I forgot about NBA takes. I ain't got nothing to do.
Trade deadline came and went, and the Lakers are looking to sign Spencer Dinwiddie. I think he said he's gonna go sign with him after he clears waivers. The Knicks, they had a nice little trade. Who they got? Bogdanovich and who's that guy?
Detroit and Alec Burke. Yep, to help their depth and traded off the guys that don't play under Tibbs.
Yeah.
The guys that got tired of running into the ground because Tibbs are running into the ground, and
he played 48 minutes.
Knicks are building the Knicks are looking like I said. They
trying to make it. Yeah, they make some right playoff moves.
You got some analysts out there that no one using the straw man. They're trying to say look out for the Knicks in the playoffs. They can make a run.
And see, that's what I tried to tell a couple of other people that for everybody that was thinking bigger names were going to get moved during the deadline, I was like, nah, because of the new trade rules, those second apron teams couldn't afford to trade. Like if the rules this coming summer would have been last summer, Damian Lillard doesn't go to Milwaukee. Who else? Pascal Siakam doesn't go to Indiana. Bradley Beal doesn't go to Phoenix. Because of the new trade rules, it has to be player for player contracts now, not taking on money. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these deals that were made, that's why they kind of made these deals when they did, because they knew once these new trade rules kick in, you basically were not allowed to do that. So you can't do like a 3-for-1 trade anymore. It's got to be a 1-for-1 or at least 2-for-1, but the money has to actually like be almost exact. Dollar for dollar. That's the only way that you'll be able to make these deals that all stemmed from the ownership. Owners were spending money like crazy. So Adam Silver had to step in there to ratify the CBA. So
that was collectively bargained.
Yeah, that was collectively bargained. That's why these rules. Yeah, they had to come in and rewrite the rules because they didn't like how it was going. So for everybody, like DeJounte Murray, you heard his name. The Hawks was allegedly were throwing his name around, seeing where he could go. Zach LaVine, I think Zach LaVine probably would have been the only name gone, but he got hurt, so they can't trade him no more. They shut it down once he got traded, and then it was another big name they kept saying that they was trying to move. Well, now they shouldn't do that. Ain't no way they.
Trae Young, he been balling the last week.
He got in the All-Star game. Dion.
Should have been in from the get-go.
But then you say you make it by injury. You call that, right?
Yeah, it was injury replacement.
Yeah, you be able to get in. Yeah,
it was injury. Him and Scotty Barnes were going to replace Joel Embiid and Julius Randle on the East. Which is also next weekend is the NBA All-Star weekend. For all the sports fans that know, it's always Super Bowl and then All-Star weekend, and then you got start of March Madness. Then the rest of the season carries out for the sports world. But yeah, so it was an interesting deadline. It was an interesting deadline. PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford, smaller names. They left their respective Siberias and got to play. They're at Dallas now, so they actually on the playoff team instead of being with the Hornets and the Wizards.
And Gordon Hayward got moved too.
He got moved too. He got for a salary dump. Yeah, he was a salary dump. So
he's going to OKC.
I don't know what the Hornets got playing, because it's just like I don't know what they trying to do. Yeah, they blowing it up from the inside out, I guess, because I don't know what they got going on. And of course.
Keep going, Dan. Keep going.
I'm gonna say Pat Bev traded up for Campaign, and that was just to get more defense in Milwaukee, I guess, because
he's already up there being Pat Bev on
exactly
the bench and everything, coaching them up, if you will.
And Robert Lopez had me laughing. He was involved in another trade, but he didn't make the flight to the next team yet. So the game where the Nassers did the little sham god, he's sitting on the bench or basically sitting at the press level with a book reading it the whole game because he didn't go to the next team yet. He was basically had to stay there until he can catch the next flight to do his what do you call it, the physical and stuff for the next team. So he literally was watching his brother reading a book in the stands. That was hilarious.
That's hilarious. That's funny.
Yeah, I saw on Rashad McCants. He was talking about the Warriors trading Steph for LaMelo Ball. I was like, that shit didn't make a lick of sense.
You know why? Well, you know why. I'm from Charlotte, so
yeah, I know that. Yeah, but that wouldn't make sense. I was like, man, he kind of shitted on my little shit I came up with. Like, that don't make sense. Why would you trade that guy for that guy? Like, why would Steph go for that? Steph gonna go somewhere if he was leave. Like I say, he got send him to a winner of some sort, but. The All-Star game, Daniel. They doing the dunk contest? What's the festivities? We still doing that?
Still same old. I think they're gonna be doing 2 3-point contests. One with Steph versus Sabrina Nescu.
Okay.
They're going to be doing that, and then I think they got the regular participants, and then they're going to be doing the skills challenge like they always do. They're going to be doing a dunk contest like they always do, and the regular 3-point. And technically, Jaylen Brown will be the last All-Star since like I can't even remember how far I could go back with it, but
Dwight Howard.
Maybe since Dwight Howard to actually be in a dunk contest.
Oh wow!
So he's going. Yeah, Jaylen Brown's actually going to be in a dunk contest. So there's the first like All-Star since. Yeah, probably since Dwight. Because unless Zach LaVine made an All-Star game,
I think it's probably. I think it's before he made it because he was in Minnesota. Yeah, but
gotcha.
Yeah, I saw Matt McClung coming back to what he's going to sign like a 10-day thing, like get it from the G League.
Yeah.
So he can come back and defend his championship. Jaime Jaquez is out of Miami. I think he's in it, and then Obi Toppin's brother.
Yeah, which is another G Leaguer. 2 G Leaguers in a dunk contest, which is just wow. That just let you know the Stars don't want to do a dunk contest no more. They just don't want to do it.
You get too much money, bitch.
I just said, man, let's get them trick people and those trick dunkers. Just throw them. Let's let them do the shit, man. Like put some spotlight on that. You know, that's the new battle rap, right? That shit there. Put somebody behind that NBA and push that until it fizzles out. Because that's the only way it can be, you know, entertaining on that level. Just get those people those trick dunks and just get that in there. Just get because they're gonna be doing all this wacky shit you never seen before. As long as they can get on the first, second try, you know, that's it. And the dunk contest, man.
And they'll be going back to East versus West. There will be no more like picking
picking
up the team like they had been doing is going to be back East versus West. You know what I'm going to say? I only ask for one thing when it comes to the All-Star weekend. If everybody wear their respective jerseys, that's all I ask for. That's all I ask for. Everybody wear their respective jerseys.
Yes.
I don't ask for nothing else. That's all I need. It helps you know who's on what team. It helps you know represent your town, you know, the city you play for. But what do I know? It's all about money. So it's all about money. I know.
Maybe, you know, something like that. Maybe they should alternate year to year. Like that's one year do a full, then another year, there's something. Or every 3 years, you know, do it. Find some way to do it in succession. To do the team jerseys, then a solidified uniform. But damn, y'all do miss that. Yeah, that's man. Everything's coming back, man. Everything's coming back.
They'll go back to it because they went to that. Then they got tired of that and went back to the custom jerseys because everybody's missing the All-Star jerseys.
Yeah, you know
they were trash after the 90s anyway. That was just my
there you go. Yeah, the Jordan days, Iverson days. That's about All right,
and the mid 2000s.
There we go. Oh yeah. Tim Duncan and Vince Carter days, them days like there, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's when they brought him back. They had brought him back then too.
Yeah, Tracy McGrady. There we go. Anybody got anything else, man?
I got one thing to get into right real quick before we get out of here. I guess I did have a top 5 that I was going to get into last week, like this week. It was stemming from Stephen A. on First Take, talk about his top 5 sports duos of all time.
Okay,
and of course, so I saw that, and he did his list, and basically his list was all basketball players, all basketball duos. So I put together a top 5 sports duos of all time.
Okay,
I got one too. I can go ahead and do 5 after you finish. Off the top.
Okay, then I got 3 OLIs. Well, 3 OLIs basically.
Okay.
Real quick, Venus and Serena.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's one. And then my OLI will be MJ and Scottie Pippen.
Wow.
What? They don't bring
That's in my OLI. That's in my OLI.
Whoa.
Jesus. Don't want DeMarco.
And then the last OLI, Kim and Khloe Kardashian.
Oh Lord.
All right.
That's how I sound looking in right there. But 5. There we go. Thank you, Dion. The Pony Express, Craig James and Eric Dickerson.
Okay. Okay.
That's my number 5. You know,
wow.
You know about them in the 80s. They were dominant. But at number 4, the Bash Brothers. Mark McGuire,
Jose-
Sammy Sosa.
Okay.
No, Mark McGuire and Jose
Jose
Canseco. My bad. Jose
Canseco. There
Canseco
we
and
go.
Mark McGuire when they were.
They did carry baseball, for the time, the home run era / steroids era. So
yeah, they started it.
Of all time.
Yeah, they started it. They started it.
They was smacking them shit like it went nuts.
Yeah, that little shit they did.
Roy
All right.
It's really when I was in
Roy
baseball. And those jokers was huge.
Yeah.
Roy Monkeys.
Name the episode will be Roy Monkeys. This one.
oh god,
I'll probably put it all out as one piece.
And then number 3, Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen for the LA Raiders. A Tecmo Bowl unstoppable force.
What? Say it again.
2. And then 2, of course, with no surprise, Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown when they were in Auburn.
oh yeah.
That makes sense.
My favorite running back duo of all time. Easy.
Be number one.
But I got one ahead of that though. Okay. Al Cowens and OJ Simpson.
Nice.
Damn.
I like the.
Al Cowens was better than Pippen, man. Simple.
Yeah.
You go watch the documentary. Al Cowens, I would love to have him as a teammate.
Man, as a friend.
And as a friend. Top friends.
As a friend,
That's a whole other list. Top 5 friends.
Top 5 friends. Dang, what you got?
All right, so
5.
at number 5, I'm gonna show some love to a sport. That in the 90s I watched a little bit. Shout out to the Mighty Ducks. So at 5 I got Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier. I got those two because if you know the great one,
that's a good one.
If you know the great one. That's all you knew about hockey. All black folks knew about hockey was Wayne Gretzky. That was it in the 90s.
That's about it.
Everybody had the LA Kings jersey too.
Everybody had an LA Kings jersey or a Rangers jersey, with something with Gretzky on it. They definitely had that in the Islanders, to the late 80s. At number 4, I'm gonna have to put shout out to your boy Joe. I got Steve Young and Jerry Rice. Oh man, I doubt Steve Young and Jerry Rice. I gotta throw them.
There we go.
I gotta throw them there at 4.
3.
Number 3, I gotta give another football duo. I gotta go Tom Brady and Gronk. Gotta get them. Gotta get them. They just do. Tom. They were the first tight end, or were they the first Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey? They started it first. The quarterback, the tight end, and at number 2, Shaq and Kobe. I got to have my boy in there. Got to RIP 2/8/24 was the other day. They had a statue for my boy Kobe, so he gonna be in the top 2. And then number 1, I gotta go. Michael and Scotty. I'm sorry. I got to go Michael and Scotty. I'm sorry. I got to go Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. I got to.
There you go.
I still got the 93 3-peat VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I still got the 3-peat tape. I mean, that's what I grew up on, so that's all I know.
Come fly with me.
Michael Jordan's playground with Kid and Play.
Yeah.
With full effect. I still got that tape, man. Yeah.
The cartoon they had with Wayne Gretzky and who was on there? Bo Jackson.
Was it
was it called something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Dope cartoon right there. Dope cartoon.
Yes. Let me see. I was trying this list, y'all. I was gonna go all left-handed people, so it's gonna be Steve Young, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is left-handed, but the initial person is gonna be left-handed. I had like Nick Van Exel, the Cedric Sabalas. But my final joke was gonna be Michael Vick to Algie Crumpler. That was gonna be the final one, but I couldn't figure it out. So I got 3. I got 3 of them. Yeah. Deion, who's the greatest Falcons quarterback all time?
It's Matt Ryan. I've said that before.
Just love that, man. Just love that. Happy Black History Month.
What, is that not true or something?
I don't know if it's true. I guess the only thing I can say is how you look at it. Like, I ain't saying black or white. I'm saying the Michael Vick. Deion, what did Michael Vick do to you up there, man? That's all I always wondered. Like,
didn't do nothing.
Did the people experience how people were acting about Michael Vick? Is that what got you upset? And they was like hyped up and
I'm not upset about anything. I'm just going by the facts.
Okay, I'm saying, but you was able to point out holes in the things he was doing. But I guess as black people being black people, they were just being just too black people. I guess I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you know how people were about Vic. You couldn't say nothing bad about him.
Yeah, they love it. They still love him.
Yeah, but so I guess it's the way you experience the Michael Vick thing.
Vic was great. He was exciting, but being the actual quarterback, no.
Okay.
Until he got to Philly. Then when we got to Philly, I said, "Oh man, I wish we would have had that guy."
Yeah, that's he went through a lot, man.
That was when you get with a real coach or a quarterback coach, a quarterback minded coach.
Andy Reid, man. Yeah.
Atlanta, they disrespected Matt Ryan, but hey,
they disrespected.
So off the Cam, before we get out of here, off the Cam Newton video, how speaking from the perspective of an Atlanta fan, how underappreciated was Matt Ryan?
Very underappreciated. They blamed him for everything. They blamed him for the defense. They blamed him
That's
for
true. They did. Yeah, they did.
Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan had a perfect game in the Super Bowl. No picks, threw for 300 plus yards. He made the play. The other Super Bowl, he threw it to Julio Jones. Julio Jones went out of bounds. They was in field goal.
Hell of a catch. Yeah, hell of a catch.
And what was the next play? False start, offensive line. Play after that, holding, offensive line. But that's Matt Ryan's fault. Yeah, all right.
He's quarterback. The quarterback gets the glory, but he also is going to get blamed too. But it wasn't his fault. Like, at the end of the day, I was saying, all you got to do is just run the football. The defense give up 40 points. Oh, that's Matt Ryan's fault too. He got to play cornerback too. Like, come on, man.
My dad, the biggest Falcons fan all the time. He said the Falcons' biggest thing is they don't play to win. They play not to know. And they don't play to win. They play not to lose. That's what they do.
They play not to lose.
That's what happens to the Falcons. They get to playing not to lose. So yeah, all right.
I mean, it is what it is. No?
Yeah, that's it. D. Hit the music, man. Get us out of here, man. You good? There you go. The scene don't go. That's crazy. Mental health is real. Shout out to Hulk Hogan, non-racist one. Shout out to R. Kelly, the one who wasn't pissing on kids. Shout out to Diddy, that wasn't touching on men's asses. I don't know that even exists. Dr. Pet.
Check on your strong.
Please do that. Yeah, what? Do what, baby? Yeah, we said that. Shout out to Monique for keeping it real. Yeah. Shout out to Didi and Charlamagne, makeup artists. Ian wins championships.
Defense wins championships. And also remember, it's okay to identify as a bird until you try to fly.
Boy, that